Hello everyone, my name is Liliana Hernandez Dapa. This one is for the course Circular Economy and today is Thursday, February 18 of 2026. Okay, since I'm a teacher, I brought this thing, like the whole topic, into like my classroom situation. And yeah, the way I understood ecological footprint model by the Global Footprint Network was by imagining my classroom situation. And honestly, once I brought it that way, made more and more sense to me. So yeah, I will explain depletion, overshooting, and all these kind of concepts using this perspective, and then I will share my own footprint results. So thank you. Let's jump into my webinar or video. Thank you. Okay, so as I was saying, I brought it up into like my classroom situation, and I imagine myself walking into a normal Monday, into my classroom, and I have my supplies for the week, crayons, glue sticks, whatever. That's gonna be my bio capacity. That's every single thing that I have available for the week. Now I imagine what happens every single week that my students like get through all these supplies like even faster, and by Wednesday I'm almost like running out like of pieces of papers, crayons, whatever. That's gonna be called overshoot. That is basically when we use more of what we have available. And if every single week I try to get more and more and more and more, I eventually run like out of my budget. So that's called depletion. And if we can like translate it like crayons, we put it into forest, water, fossil fuels, soil fertility, and things like that. That's exactly what is happening right now with the humanity. Like globally, that's exactly the problem. Okay, now we can talk about the model. In the model, there's gonna be like two sections, two curves. The first one is gonna be the ecological footprint, that it's basically our consumption, in my case, my student consumption. And then we're gonna have planet's biocapacity, that it's basically what the classroom have or the supplies that we have like in real life. Right now we can tell that humanity is using resources way faster than what it can get regenerated them. So like it will be like if my students were getting through the resources of the week in 2 or 3 days. So here is the important part. We're not just talking about supplies, we're talking about damaging the classroom, the place. So like if we translate it to scientific words, this will be deforestation, pollution, climate change, and to those like we reduce like the planet's ability to regenerate. So the supplies eventually will get smaller and smaller and smaller. So the demand is risky and the supply is shrinking. So that's why overshoot day comes earlier every single time. Okay, now is like this big question: how do we fix this? Like if I was talking about my classroom, I have two options. Option one, reduce like how fast my students like use the supplies, and option two will be like increase the supplies that I have and manage it better. The same happened with earths. Like example one will be like switching like to renewable like energy instead of using fossil fuels, and example two, like an easy one, will be like reducing the consumption that I have about meat. So yeah, but now in the other side we have biocapacity, that's basically the supply side. We can talk about reforestation, regenerative agriculture. That is basically not buying more crayons or not buying more like resources. It's by organizing them, like be more like smart while using them and in what we use them. Now to finish up with my example with my classroom, like if I can talk about circular economy, like teaching my students will be like share supplies, reuse materials, don't waste the paper, like don't break your notebooks, all that kind of stuff. Like instead of take, use, and throw away, I will be using like use, reuse, repair, and regenerate, and that will lower the demand and will protect the supplies. So yeah, now for my results, if everyone was living like me, we will need like 3 years, and my overshoot day will be May 3rd. So that's really, really crazy. In my school classroom terms, will be like by before even summer start, my budget will be gone. So that's crazy, and that made me really reflect about my consumption and how I need to be a little bit more smarter when I get something new. And yeah, I like to encourage you to think about through circular economy principles that are reduce our footprint, restore ecosystems, and push overshoot day every single day, like later. And yeah, we just don't need to get more resources. We need to like do better with them, because I think that sustainability is not about restriction. It's about getting like intelligent of what we use and how we design it. So yeah, thank you so much. Bye.